Suck at that.
God, I haven't said that in so long. That's been my catchphrase while playing Call of Duty. They have a suck of that. Well, Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays, everyone, and welcome to the next episode of Next Gen Newsweek. I forgot what episode number it is, but it doesn't matter because this isn't a numbered episode because it's just the Christmas episode or the holiday episode, I guess. My name is Mitch. Joining me today is Santa Claus. Richard.
I'm here. Hello.
Steven. We have Steven. I don't know what to call him. He's like an elf.
Reindeer.
He's a reindeer. Did he call me a jackass? What?
No.
Michael, who is still in the metaverse. He's also doesn't have a microphone. And Chase.
Hello.
Oh, we forgot our mic check.
Mm-hmm.
I've check our mic.
Yeah, we didn't do a mic check. Everyone else seems to be everything's fine. Michael, if you have the same problem that I had, it reset all of my audio devices to default instead of off of my headset. So it might be what your problem is. But while we're waiting for Michael to get that set up, so anyway, this episode we're going to kind of just do more chill stuff, not really go over some headlines. We have a big lengthy discussion coming up about our backlog / our pile of shames, and we're going to see who has the biggest pile of shame, I guess, going forward into the next year, and how much stuff we're probably going to end up buying that's going to keep going into that, because there's so much crap coming out in the first 3 months of the year that's just there's not enough time to play all those games. But before we get into that, I do want to give everyone a chance to talk about what games we've been playing this week, and maybe shaving some stuff off of that backlog. Santa Claus, what have you been playing this past week?
Well, like I said last week, I've been bitten by the Elder Scrolls Online bug again. So I've been spending a lot of time there trying to get reaccustomed to everything and get kind of sunk back into that world because they've had a lot of DLC that's come out and stuff. Hey,
it's Michael.
You're good. You're
it's
good.
Michael.
Aside from Elder Scrolls, I'm finishing up Witchwood and Metroid Dread. Which those three titles are not... Well, I don't think you can put an MMO on a pile of shame, but Metroid Dread and... Witchwood is not going to be in my pile of shame. I consider those to be current playing. Everything outside of that is in this list right here.
Oh my god.
It's huge.
All right.
That's what she said.
Yeah. Steven, what have you been playing this past week?
I've been playing Stardew Valley, Call of Duty Mobile, and I've been taking it like way back. I've done Pokemon Blue, I've done Pokemon Silver, I've done Pokemon Ruby in 1 week. And right now I'm on Heart Gold. I decided to just go back into the remakes.
Cool.
So I'm trying to piece a little timeline together to see what this game is supposedly become. Like Heart Gold is like where Legend of Arceus, isn't that where it's supposed to be staged at in the Johto region?
No, it's in Diamond and Pearl. It's set in the Sinnoh region in Diamond and Pearl.
Still.
But those games came around the same time, and that was around the time that it sounds so weird for Pokemon to have this, but it's around the time that Pokemon started getting into like a multiverse kind of shit, and where things started branching off. And I think Diamond and Pearl, or not Diamond and Pearl, Heart Gold and Soul Silver came out after Diamond and Pearl, so a lot of the stuff from those games got bled into Heart Gold and Soul Silver.
Mm-hmm.
So you're probably you're in the same generation of games, and I think there's are connections from Diamond and Pearl into Heart Gold, so there's connections there. Michael, what have you been playing?
Lately I've been just kind of flirting around with Amazon Prime and trying to do all the holiday special shit and everything. So like Fortnite has a Winterfest, which is also kind of bleeding over into Rocket League. Pokemon Unite has some new skins for the winter season.
Yeah.
Yeah, winter stuff.
Yeah.
Woo woo.
Woo woo. Chase, what have you been playing?
I got the platinum on Guardians of the Galaxy. I've been playing around with the new Destiny content, with the winter was it dawning event and the 30th anniversary event and stuff. Because all that's going on right now until the new Witch Queen drops in I think was it February?
Yeah.
February.
I think so. So I've been playing around with that a little bit. I got my copy of Eastward
Nice.
from Play Asia, and I've started that, and it just got the just gorgeous pixel art. Like there's so much detail in the animations that only a lot of those animations only happen once. So if you're not paying attention, you can miss like really cute little things that happen in the game. The soundtrack has just been incredible. It borrows a lot of ideas from games like Zelda, but like story wise, it kind of it's not like Earthbound, but it feels like a lot like you were playing Earthbound. So it's got a lot of great puzzles, and you have to switch between your members to figure out how to solve them. It's got a really good combat, and there's also a game within a game. So inside the universe of the game, there is all these kids are obsessed with playing this game called Earthborn, but it's that is a turn-based game inside the other game. So so you can go and play that, which is actually really really cool. So far the game has crashed a few times, but there is a really good autosave feature. So every time the game has crashed, I've only lost a few minutes to play. But I'm I'm pretty early in the game, so I could tell that the game has a really good balance of there's a lightheartedness to it, but there's a really really dark undertone overall because it's in a post-apocalyptic world. So, but yeah, I'm really enjoying that.
Cool.
Yeah.
I was able to shave. One game I considered on my backlog. That was Guardians of the Galaxy. I did beat that last week, and I before it even got a chance to get into the pile of shame, I completed Halo Infinite's campaign. Really excited to see where that goes next. But I've typically when a game really captures me, I will not play anything else. I'll just play that one game. I think I did with Deathloop a few months ago. I was okay, I'm just gonna play Deathloop. That's all I want to play, and I got through it relatively fast. And that's where I'm at with Halo. And now that it's over, it's okay, now I just want more stuff, and I'm gonna have to wait years for it. But they have a bunch of winter events going on right now, so I'm trying to get all my cosmetics and that taken care of. So I guess we'll go ahead and get into this backlog thing because we could keep bringing it up. The way we kind of set this up was at least on my end, I broke everything down by console. Richard said he just made a list of stuff. I guess we can just kind of get into it. Chase, I want to start with you. Let's talk about your backlog.
Oh my gosh. So, yeah, so I kind of went through and separated the games by console, and I did any game that I bought with the intent to play is in the pile. So at the moment, I have 13 physical 3DS games. I have 8 digital Switch games, 13 physical Switch games. PlayStation 4, I had 138 digital games.
Jesus.
60 physical games. And for PlayStation 5, I have 20 physical games still that I have not even played yet. So that is roughly around 250 games that I need to play that I that I own. And that's not include. I didn't include I do have a stack of Xbox games, and I didn't even turn on the Xbox to check what I had through there. I don't have very many games on my computer. And then I have 18 games on pre-order. But I did look at my totals for the year because I keep a list of all the games that I play and I start. So I had started and played 113 games this year. and which there's only 9 of those games I either did not finish or need to go back and finish. So
Good Lord.
yeah,
That's impressive.
That's a
Yeah.
lot of waste.
I know.
Good Lord. Well, I can tell you in the numbers game with this, I'm out. I do not have the biggest backlog. Like but it's mostly because like I mean, there's a lot of there's a lot of games that like I've started or have the intent to start, but the numbers are not there to compete with what Chase says. Like, Michael, did you surpass a backlog to share?
Still probably isn't as big as Chase's, but I don't think I've ever really beat a game besides like 2 games in
Really?
Pokemon. Like that's it. So like besides Pokemon, the only 2 games I've beaten are Wind Waker and Super Mario Sunshine.
Like
Everything else I've just played.
Hmm.
Wow. How do you sleep at night?
I don't know. Yeah, it's weird to me because there's so much satisfaction of like beating a game. I don't know, but like that's me. I know some people have that where like they just start something, and like there's always that feeling like where if you don't finish it, you know that's always like that feeling that you can go back and do it. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the original Metroid Prime. Okay.
Yeah, there you go. Steven, where are you at with your backlog?
Mostly got a list, but I've got it's a couple of games that are like on the top of the list because of the estimated amount of hours, and it's like got to be really close because they didn't backlog back then. So we got Legend of Zelda. Over the span of 4 copies of this game, because it's a 4-disc game, back on the PlayStation. I made it to the final boss, and his name is Belmu Frama or something like that. And I never could beat him. I've logged over 300 hours on that game, and could not beat it. But I still love that game to this day. It doesn't matter. And Need for Speed Underground 2. I had to put well over 100 hours into that game. Because you get to a certain point to where it's one of the competitions on there to where you're drifting. They got you on a drifting course. And your car's got to be A1. It's got to be there. My silly ass decided to keep rolling with the what did I have? I want to say it's a Honda Civic I had. Or maybe it was a Toyota. It was one of the foreign cars. But I wanted to keep rolling with that and upgrade that. And the upgrades were like so expensive, so I never finished playing that game. But to go down the line, I never beat Super Metroid. Eternal Champions I had as a kid. I talked about it before. I'd get to that last boss and I'd spend hours and hours and hours and hours. And I'd even try to pull one over on my mom and just turn the TV off and keep the Sega Genesis on and sneak in there an hour later and try to beat it.
We've all been there.
Mhm.
Kingdom Hearts, only because I've only played about 8 minutes of it. Because I bought a bunch of that as well, and like the data on them were corrupted. The game would just go black, so I never got to really even play Kingdom Hearts. Venicium, that's an indie game, indie horror game. Believe it or not, there's one FNAF game I never beat.
Oh.
Yeah, FNAF World. That was the turn-based RPG that he came. It's like it has a special place in the lore. Like it opens up shit, but I never finished it.
What the hell is FNAB?
Five Nights at Freddy's.
Oh. Hold on, my list just changed.
I'll say yesterday at work I met this kid, and we have Five Nights at Freddy's books, and he was reading one, and he was talking. He was like, I asked him if he was good and he needed help with anything. He was like, "Yeah, I'm really good." It's like, I was like, "You sound like you're upset about
I'm
something."
really good.
I was like, you kind of sound like you're upset." And he was like, "Well, the new Five Nights at Freddy's game came out, and I really want it." And I was like,
He wanted you to buy it for him, man.
and I was like, "Oh, have you heard anything about it? Is it any good?" And he was like, "Yeah, but it's a PS5 game, and I don't have a PS5." And I was like, "I'm pretty sure that game's on PS4." And he was like, "It is?" And I was like, "Yeah, it's on PS4 also." And he was like, "Oh, where's my mom? I gotta ask for it for Christmas." And this kid, and then he vanished.
Where is she?
Dude, you made that kid's day, man.
Mom!
If it is on PS4, or else
yeah.
you really you knocked the wind out of him, rubbed it in his face.
And then she has like a Richard moment. She's like, "Where is Final Fight at?" Like,
What's FNAB? I'm here for FNAB.
Yeah. What? Yeah. You got that new FNAB?
ACAB.
Yeah. You got that new FNAB game? All right, Steven, I didn't mean to cut you out. What else is in your backlog?
We got Eternal Beast. I don't know if anybody remembers that on Sega. Side scrolling beat 'em up. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Super Mario Sunshine.
Understandable. Understandable.
Monster Sanctuary, Destiny 2, Halo. The first one. Yes.
Get your
Ocarina-
Xbox out right now.
Yeah, I've actually got the Xbox in there, and I have Halo. I just haven't booted it up and played it. Ocarina of Time.
Multiplayer.
Yeah, I can see how that really doesn't even count because I could do it on my own, but I mean, it got boring really quick to me. Road Rash. I don't know if anybody remembers that.
Oh yeah.
Terraria and Earthbound, and I can't really think of anything else that was significant to me.
Gotcha. I always wanted to go play Earthbound, and I need to, but obviously if I can't even finish Undertale, which is supposed to be like a spiritual successor or a reimagining of Earthbound, I don't think I'll be able to ever go back and do it. But I really want to beat Undertale. But Richard, would you like to go next?
That's on my list too. I'm not gonna go through my list because mine's not as big as Chase, but I came in at 131. So yeah, it was larger than what I had even imagined that it would be, and
That's what she said.
it to me it was almost disappointing.
That's what she said.
Because hold on, here goes another one. Why am I spending all this money? So yeah, I'm trying to think, and I think probably when I look at this list, the problem that I have is I look at, let me see, there's Salt and Sanctuary, there's The Survivalist, there's Neon Abyss, Hitman 3, Cuphead. A lot of these titles are down to the last hour or two.
Mm-hmm.
And they would be off the list. But
that's me, yeah.
I just
all the
stopped,
games ever played.
and I went to the next one. So I would say that at least probably a fourth of this list could be done relatively quickly. But
So if I played Cyberpunk for 15 minutes, how much more gameplay do I have left?
About 20 hours, maybe.
That's I put Cyberpunk 2077 on here, but it's kind of like I stopped writing the title about halfway through because I was like, do I really want to go back and finish that? And then I was like, yeah, I might.
Cyber sex?
Yeah, just go have sex with all the cyber hookers instead.
I would say that, some of you guys did like it categorically. The majority are digital titles on PlayStation. And then there's a handful of Nintendo. I think Nintendo's on this last page. Yeah, with Nintendo, I never finished Mario Odyssey. So with just Nintendo, I have Mario Odyssey, Fire Emblem, Luigi's Mansion 3, Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3, Pokemon Sword, Shin Megami Tensei 5, and Bloodstained. Those are all Nintendo titles that never got completed.
Quick tangent. I booted up SMT5 yesterday and forgot that I was right at this Nua boss fight, and I looked at something. I was like, "Oh yeah, you're the right level to go do this." And then she
Murdered you.
She literally killed my entire team with one move. Like,
Oh yeah, you've got to use. Oh damn, Chase! What does she use?
You got to do force resistance on her.
It's force resist. Yeah, there's there's an item that you can use. It's like a force blocker. It'll like negate what dampeners. You gotta have a force dampener.
Yeah.
You can only have 3 at a time, so better use them wisely.
So, I have a little bit more grinding to do before I re-challenge that boss fight. But
I don't know. I think it's kind of unfair to say you're at a certain level. I think you have to be at a certain team makeup to be, because you could be like over leveled and have the wrong team, and she would just be gone with you.
Yeah,
and you would be gone.
But there's a lot of RNG too, because like you can go back with the same team multiple times, and then
get different.
Eventually you'll get it. Yeah. So
I've been trying really hard to not like look at strategies with this, because I remembered that like, okay, this is where I was at like a week and a half ago, and I haven't picked it up or whatever, and I was just looking at something, and it was like, yeah, this is the recommended team to take into this, and I was like, why? It's like, okay, well, one of these things is completely resists force attacks. One of them can dampen or weaken all of her defenses and stuff. And I was like, okay, that makes sense. And I already had like most of the team ready to go. I just didn't bring them in there. So
yeah, what I do without going online or looking at anything is I go into every boss fight like I'm just going to lose.
Yeah.
And the first thing I do is I use the spyglass to find out what they're weak against, and then I basically just let them work me over so I can see what their attacks are. The second fight, that's the real fight. But
yeah,
right.
Richard, any other standout games in your pile of shame?
Man, there's a lot. Like I said, there's 131. I don't, standouts. I mean, I put Dying Light on here because I have started it, but I mean, it's not in my current rotation. I really want to get back into that, especially with the second one coming out, which I'm not going to get the second one on launch because that's, I think that might be too much Dying Light at once if I'm playing through the first one now.
Yeah, because you still have like the massive following expansion for it.
Yeah, I got all that stuff. So, I don't, some that some of you others have talked about. I got Deltarune and Undertale on here. I have them, and I've heard such great things about them, but yeah, never got around to it. I got Far Cry 6 and Far Cry New Dawn. Now, Far Cry New Dawn is one of those where I've probably got about 20 minutes left. I just stopped. Immortals, Phoenix Rising. I'm right there at the end. I just stopped. So, yeah, I don't know. I think that's probably the most disappointing thing is when I look at these, it's like, man, there's so many that are so close to being done.
And how many of those did you pay full price for? Like, they just came out and you had to play them.
I played well. That's an important factor because I think if I paid full price, I probably finished them. Let me look through here.
That's also my thing. Like if I'm paying full price for a game, that is gaming's priority. If it's if it's like a sale game, or if I got it for like $5 on the PlayStation Store, that's at the bottom of the list. So
yeah. Richard, what was your number?
I'm gonna say the majority. 131.
Well, I got second place, but barely, barely. 134 games with mine. I broke mine down. Like I was sitting here thinking about it. Like, man, if I had more time, I would have gone through and calculated the file size of every game just to see how much of a hard drive I'd need just to put everything on here. Which there are 2 Call of Duty games on here, so I mean, there is at least 500 gigs just sitting with those 2 games. Out of the 134 games, though, I have not completed 78 of them. So, like I said, I broke it down by mine by category. With Nintendo Switch, I own 34 Switch games. 53% of I've never beaten. I'm not going to go through the entire thing, but just a couple of them. I'm with the whole thing about being at the very end. Luigi's Mansion 3, I'm literally at the end of the game. I've been just chipping at it for years now. Never gotten through it. Untitled Goose Game, at the very end of that too. Animal Crossing, I don't know how close I am to beating Animal Crossing, but I know I never beat it.
I don't.
No, you can't really beat.
Yeah, that's not a beating game.
Well, it's I consider beating Animal Crossing whenever you pay off your final debt to Tom Nook, on the house.
Okay,
that's
I beat it.
And you get KK Slider to show up at the concert. Or
oh yeah,
there you go.
Okay, yeah, there is a credit roll. Okay, that's fair. All right, so yeah.
As you can tell by my weight, I have not finished Ring Fit Adventure.
Definitely didn't platinum that.
Moving over to Xbox, I didn't even know that I owned Assassin's Creed Odyssey until I was making this list. Or the original Dead Space. I want to go finish those. Let's see. I never beat Fallout 3. That's one of my ones I really want to go back and finish. I never beat... I own The Witcher 2. Never played it. Mortal Kombat 11 story mode. And I'm a big Gears of War fan, and I've never beaten Gears 4 or Gears 5. What is that? It's the original State of Decay. Never beaten Doom. The 2016 Doom. Or I want to go finish Hellblade. I'm at the end of Hellblade, never finished it. And then I have Dragon Quest 11S on here. That's on Game Pass, but I've never... I got to the very beginning of it, and then the chick started talking, and she had a weird accent. I was like, I can't do this, and I have to stop playing it. It's so just weird, how my psyche works at that. It's oh, she has a weird Scottish accent. I don't want to be a part of it. It's just...
Don't go to Scotland.
Yeah.
I don't have that accent.
I Scottish people.
I think Scottish accents are cool. It was just on this chick. I don't know why. It just didn't click. Honestly, out of everything that I own, I think the one game that I really wish I have gotten to play and haven't is probably Control. And I actually reinstalled it on my PlayStation with the intent to play it because I got the whole game for there was some big sale they were doing. I got the Control Ultimate Edition for $15, and it was just okay, let's do that. And I never did it. That
Control's on mine too.
Far Cry 5 and 6 on mine. I technically have played Genshin Impact on PlayStation, never beaten it. God of War, I think I'm halfway through 2018 God of War, never beaten it. No Man's Sky, I really have no way of gauging how far I am into No Man's Sky because I'm just so sporadic with playing that game.
That's another no-ender too.
Okay, so we'll say 130 games.
If you get to the center of the first universe, you could maybe call that, I guess.
Yeah, that's what I would call.
Also, I don't know if you guys have ever heard of this game, and I forgot that it's one of those games I forgot that I own, and I actually don't know if you can even beat it. It's called Lovers in a Dangerous Space-Time. Have y'all ever heard?
I've been wanting to play that.
It's like a co-op. It's like a co-op game, you're on a ship. I don't know if you actually
I have it on PlayStation.
That's right.
Is that game that I said it was like a cooking sex sim?
I don't remember. I don't remember. I don't think.
I don't know. I'm gonna have to go back.
Now I'm really interested in the game.
Yeah, the trailer. I thought we saw the trailer at one point, and that was my commentary on it. Was that it looked like a cooking and sex sim?
It's been out for several years. I don't know.
Oh well, maybe I'm thinking of something else then.
The Maquette. I think I'm close to beating that game, and I really loved that game. I don't know why I never went back and finished it.
Because the story's so engaging, man.
Yeah, it is, and I love puzzle games.
It really is, man.
Resident Evil 2 remake, need to go finish that, and I put Bug Snacks on here, but I really don't think I'm gonna go back and finish it. Like that's such a hard one. Like,
I had that too. Like I didn't put it on mine. I was like, yeah, no.
I just remember how excited you were when you first saw the trailer.
I was.
Versus
You
now.
were, yeah. You
I
really
was
were.
like, this game looks stupid and it looks fun and just like
And it was.
screech. I want to go I need to go finish Demon Souls, and then when I get done with that, if I can get it done before Elden Ring, you know, because I think the way I'm thinking in my head is like, okay, if I get through Demon Souls sometime before Elden Ring comes out, then I'll be like, okay, I'm ready to go play Elden Ring. But like, if Elden Ring comes out and I'm actually getting invested in playing that game, it'll be like forever before I actually go back and finish Demon Souls. But like, I also put games I finished on here, and this isn't like a list of everything I beat this year, I guess. I put everything I've ever beaten. But like, I find it funny, like a lot of the games that I've beaten this year are games that didn't come out this year. It's like, I don't know where my logic is with this stuff. Like, it's for PlayStation, it was Horizon Zero Dawn. I went back and finished The Killing Floor 2, which is a really good zombie shooter if you like zombie shooters. And on Xbox, it was Octodad Dadliest Catch, which good little time with that. And then I always go back. I play Banjo-Kazooie like once a year, so that was on there. And there was something else. I'm not going to sit here and scroll through this list all day though. But anyway, so were there any games that you guys were surprised that you were really, I guess like Michael said, like you were kind of excited for that ended up in your pile of shame? That maybe you paid full price for?
The first Destiny.
Yeah.
I got like a collector's edition of that, and that just sucked so hard.
I got the collector's edition for Destiny 2, and it took. I did not beat it when it first came out. Like, it took me about a year before I finally went back and played it. And now it's free to play.
Mm-hmm.
What a joke!
What a joke indeed.
Probably Spider-Man for PlayStation.
Really?
I've not even booted it up.
I would.
I had to drag on my end only because so I got the first one virtually for free. My pops had bought it for me because this came out when I was like 13, and so that's no harm, no foul on that one. But every copy after that, I've paid $70 or more for it because it's such a rare game.
For what?
Legend of Dragoon.
Oh.
Yeah, I think the last copy I bought it for $113. Yeah, so for it to be such an old game and for me not to have completed it, like, I don't know. I've even downloaded it on the computer, and I'm like, I don't know if I want to track through that again because it's probably about 6 hours each disc, 4 discs. I think the last probably about 10 hours. And I don't know if I want to track through that again. So I think that will forever be on my list. I mean, I'll love to go back and revisit it, but I don't think I'm ever going to beat that.
Jason, do you have anything on yours? Stood out.
I don't think I have anything that's just like super standout. Like there's just like everything I have. I'm sure there's some that are more priority than others, but I don't know. I'm actually more excited for what's coming up than what's on my backlog.
Yeah.
So I know
I'm looking forward to making the list longer.
Yes. But yeah, no, I'm trying to. I'll be taking some time off in January, and I'm going to try to get through as much of my backlog as possible because there's nothing really coming out in January. I think other than new Pokemon game at the end of the month.
Which
So
that was actually going to be my next question was, out of everything that's coming out, whether it's in the beginning of the month or beginning of the year or later on that we know about, do you have anything that you think like I mean, the goal here is that like you want to play it, but is there anything that you think could wind up in that backlog because of just how much stuff is coming out?
it's oh man, it's definitely possible. I just don't know what. It just kind of because like I kind of go. I try not to play like the same genres like all in a row. So like I'll jump around from puzzle game to platformer to RPG to like so like first person shooter. So I'll just I'll jump around so I'm not like crazy burnt out. But I know there's a lot of like action RPG games coming out in February. So
Yep.
we will see.
You're gonna have to change that perspective to a third. I don't want to play a third person or a first person or
Right.
the only game I can think of off the top of my head that I get that kind of thing. I mentioned it before about like what game do you think is going to be kind of bad. I don't know if it is. I really hope it's not. But I kind of think Pokemon Legends is going to be that game that just gets like just pushed off because it comes out like the week before Dying Light comes out, and then like the week after that's Elden Ring, I think, and then the week after that's Horizon, and it's just like, man, there's just not enough time for all these open world RPG games. Like, and like, I haven't even played Pokemon Brilliant Diamond more than like 15 minutes. It's like, and I don't know and I feel like though if I played it, I would be more burnout on that series than I would be if I just waited until after Legends came out. It's like a weird, I don't know.
I get it.
It's just there's just
Yeah.
too much stuff.
Mitch, you brought up a point though. When you're going into the new year, we got all these releases that are kind of butting up against one another, which that by default creates more pile of shame if you're buying them day one. So that would be something that I would ask you guys, like with everything that's coming out. I mean, naturally, there's a lot that we want to play because so much is coming out. But what is a day one and what's not? Like, where are your minds at on that?
Let me see.
I
Because
think
like you said, like Mitch, you said that Dying Light 2 and Elden Ring were like a week apart, right? Roughly. I know you want to play both of those, but are you going to buy both of those day one?
Dying Light definitely.
Dying Light, okay.
I don't see like I love Souls games like as a concept. I don't know. I mean, up until recently with the Demon Souls remake, like this is I enjoy the challenge of them, but sometimes like I don't like to put myself into games where I know like I'm gonna get frustrated really easily, and so Elden Ring is kind of like, okay, I've heard stuff about how it might be more like, I think either you said it recently or I was listening to an older episode where you had said something about how Sekiro wasn't as difficult as some of the older Souls games because it was more.
No, I said Sekiro was more difficult.
It's more difficult.
I would actually say Sekiro is the most difficult that they've done.
Well, maybe I heard you wrong. But anyway, you were comparing Elden Ring in some capacity to Sekiro. And I was like, okay, well, in my head, I was thinking that you had said that it was easier.
I think I'm trying to think of the different. Sometimes I wish that FromSoft would just do ones. Like I'm not really sure the point of Dark Souls 2 or Dark Souls 3. Sometimes I wish that they would just like they're really, as much as I loved it, there really doesn't need to be a Bloodborne 2. There doesn't need to be a Sekiro 2. So I'm looking forward to Elden Ring because that seems to be where the magic lies, because there was a lot of controversy over Dark Souls 2, and because it had a different game director, so there were some things that weren't the same. And then Dark Souls 3, a lot of criticism. What it was comparing it to, Blood. Well, it's just Bloodborne 2 in the Dark Souls, or Bloodborne in Dark Souls world. The controls are the same. So I think people felt a little like they may have seen it before. No, I think FromSoft does well with like these first titles. So I'm getting Elden Ring day one.
Yeah, I mean, and like I said, you have a lot of Dying Light 1 to play before jumping into the second
Yeah,
one, so.
I do.
I thought about buying it again just because on Switch, because I'm a glutton for punishment, and but like I don't think I'm going to. I think I've played the first one enough. Like the only time I would go back is if like someone said, "Hey, I just got this. Do you want to play?" And I've been like, "Yeah, I'll show up with my crossbow." Like you don't get the crossbow until the DLC, but if the recommended level to start the DLC is kind of high, but you can jump in there and get the blueprint for the crossbow and then come back to the main game and then just have like an overpowered weapon. And I really encourage you though in the main game to find the Master Sword because it is there.
Yeah, on any console?
On any console. There's a Master
Okay.
There's a Master Sword. There's a lot of funny reference weapons in that game. Like they have the baseball bat from The Walking Dead in there. And all of the melee weapons from Left 4 Dead. It's you can get like a guitar and just beat people up with it. It's pretty cool. Definitely would recommend it. Any closing thoughts on our backlogs? Anything that anything you would like to shave off there, even with all the stuff that's coming out in the next couple of months? Anything you hope to take off your backlog soon?
Well, that's the goal for next Christmas. We'll revisit this, and you're not allowed to have a pile of shame.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Some of us have a lot more work than others.
Well, it was nice knowing you, Sleep.
Yeah, I'm gonna just tell Ty I'll just call out for the whole year.
Yeah. Chase taking a year off work.
I need to take an LOA.
Pretty much. I think the only game that like I'm kind of like ashamed that I haven't beaten and that I am like confirming that I'm going to go beat is probably just Luigi's Mansion 3 because I've been chipping at that game for going on almost 4 years now. Like it came out in 2018. Like I just still haven't been able to beat it. And there was like one mission I was really stuck on for a while, and I got David to help me with it in co-op. And then since then I haven't had any problems. It's just like I just can't sit down and play it. And it's like, okay, well, I know how next year's going to go because I have Dying Light at the beginning. We were just talking about that. And then like Elden Ring and shit like that. And then eventually you're going to get later on in the year and there's going to be Breath of the Wild 2. And it's like, once that comes out, everything else is done. Like that's just what I'm going to play. There's no other games that I'm going to be able to play. And next year, Smash will probably not be my number one played game of the year anymore. Because for the past 3 years now, it's been like they had like the Nintendo year in review thing come out, and it was like you've put 200 hours into Smash this year, all just on your Switch. And it's like Jesus. And when Breath of the Wild came out, I put 230 hours into that game, like from the day it came out until I beat it. So, like it's getting ready to happen all over again. I'm gonna have no time to do anything.
How the hell do you spend 230 hours in Breath of the Wild?
I 100% in the game.
Mm-hmm.
Even then, man, 200, that's crazy. You really liked walking around.
I did.
You really like hearing the ha ha ha.
Yeah.
Found in the puzzles are kind of hand in hand with some of them. Some of them are like really hard to find, and then some puzzles are like really hard to beat. Well, at least on my. So, you get hours on one shrine.
I should point out that like 15 to 20 hours of that is me playing in master mode. So I did technically new game it to do that. And actually, the only thing I take it back, I haven't 100%ed it. The only thing I haven't done is the Trial of the Sword, like where you're upgrading the Master Sword. I have not done the last section of that because you're naked. There's nothing to do, or there's nothing available to you, and they're like, okay, what if we gave you like a golden Lionel, 4 guardians, and all you have is a horse, and like have fun. So
yeah, that was the one of the most challenging things in the game, and I really enjoyed beating that.
yes,
because it's very satisfying. Because you start with nothing, and you have to beat that, and it's hard. So you have to like really strategize, like I don't know how you save your ammo and all that. So
yes, that thing will kick your ass back and forth. That's not even on master mode. Like that's just the regular game. So God help anyone who's beating that on master mode. Jesus. I did want to. I know so we're going to talk about headlines. This isn't anything I put in the notes. It was something I had heard about this morning. Because I like sometimes to talk about some of these leaks that come out, air quotes, leaks, that come out for especially like Nintendo and stuff like that, and what people are expecting to come out next year. And there's this guy, and I don't know his actual credibility. People were saying he's pretty credible, again, air quotes, credible, on leaking stuff for Nintendo. And yes, and I wanted to bring up some of the stuff that he had put out that he was expecting, or he was saying was coming out in this next year. And before I continue, just know that some of the stuff even here he puts his he literally just puts shit like casual IP. Like it's like what the fuck. So he says that this is the Nintendo's official 2022, like I guess it's their release schedule. So I want to see what you guys think about this. So obviously starting off with Pokemon Legends and then Kirby in the beginning of the year, followed by Advance Wars, a quote casual IP, Splatoon 3, a Fire Emblem Echoes remake, Detective Pikachu 2, Zelda Wind Waker Twilight Princess remake in a bundle pack, Mario plus Rabbids 2, Bayonetta 3, Metroid Prime remake, a new 2D Donkey Kong, I want to say Donkey Kong's word, Donkey Kong game, Pokemon Let's Go sequels, then Zelda, and then a new project from Monolith. And then somewhere in this, which I probably won't be able to find it because I'm on the spot, talked about how Mario Kart 9 might be coming out this year also. And there was something else, but do you think that's like is that like a very like safe list to predict? Or do you guys think that's like kind of accurate?
Not at all. That's way too much for Nintendo. They're not that good.
Yeah.
I mean,
that's very high expectations. Not impossible, but very high.
I mean, over half of the list is shit that's already confirmed to come out next year.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, which that's the part of the list I believe.
Do y'all think that they're going to add any more consoles to the Switch Online service next year?
Not next year.
Not adding more consoles, no.
Maybe they'll finally add games to it.
We're gonna get a game a month.
They did.
We're gonna get a game a month for about 6 months, and then they're just gonna like skip a month and pretend like August didn't happen. And
oops.
They did drop 5 Sega Genesis games on there though.
When?
The other day.
Oh, I'll have to check it out.
Let me see if I can pull up a list. I'll tell you what it is.
Is Dick Tracy on there? Dude, Dick Tracy for the Sega Genesis was fucking awesome, man.
Yeah.
I guess I could actually reference the show notes that I pulled up.
Like you're Dick Tracy for the little kids that might be watching. That's a detective that wears all yellow.
Robert Tracy.
But like, you're shooting, but then you also can turn and shoot into the background too. It was so awesome.
The Genesis games they added were Altered Beast, Toe Jam and Earl, Dynamite, Heady, Sword of Vermilion, and Thunder Force 2.
Well, damn it.
Not Eternal Beast, Altered Beast. That was it. I knew I had that name wrong.
I did.
Oh, that's where you turn into like the lion-headed dude and stuff, isn't it?
Yeah.
Wow, man, that's like old.
There was, I guess, I was gonna try to pull up some of this stuff real quick to go through. Um,
Oh, the Epic Games just dropped. It's Mutant Year Zero: Road to Eden.
Never heard of it.
It says if Fallout and XCOM had a baby.
I had such high hopes looking at the trailer, thinking it was going to be like semi-open world adventure, and then it was like XCOM, and I was like, oh.
Yeah.
That's how I felt about Midnight Suns. I was like, man, that game looks awesome. Oh, it's an XCOM. Ugh.
It looks like you play as a zombie girl with a duck and a pig.
I guess let's round out the show with I guess the indie world stuff from the other day, because I know you guys were pretty excited about some of that stuff. So I have a list here of all the indie games that were shown off in that, and they're probably getting ready to start playing trailers, and I don't want my phone going off. What do you guys think about Sea of Stars?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that looked good.
I remember thinking, hey, yeah, that looks good, but I don't remember anything about it.
From the team behind The Messenger, this flashy pixelated RPG brings in modernized elements for fun yet challenging.
Yeah.
Travel through several locales by walking, swimming, and climbing cliffs, and build your party. Coming out next holiday.
Isn't this a part of like another series?
It's part of the Messenger series, where the Messenger was a side scroller. Yeah,
it's crazy. The Messenger reminded me of like the original like Ninja Gaiden series.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Sea of Stars. Okay.
Alicia, the Oblivion of Twin Goddesses. I like that title. What a nice title.
That one looked a lot like Breath of the Wild, but I think you're gonna control like two different characters.
Oh, so like Breath of the Wild too.
Yeah.
I love that. I love that theory that like you're gonna be able to play as Zelda like underground and get to play as Link like up in the sky. That sounds awesome.
That does sound really good.
Locomotive.
No.
Wait.
Not for me.
Point
Hang
and click.
on. I think I was into that though. Locomotive. Where's it at?
Point and click comedy has you examine suspects who may help you on your quest to uncover the mystery, but may hinder you. Who can you trust? So it's like Murder on the Orient Express.
Yeah, no, I was into that one.
After Love EP. Visual
I like
novel.
the art style.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, not for me.
Inspired by Japanese manga. The game set in Indonesia allows players to examine themes of love and loss, play rhythm games, and meet new people as you examine what life is like after love. Dungeon Munchies.
No.
Maybe if it was like on sale or something. But it looked. I mean, the gameplay looked kind of fun, but yeah, it's kind of not like priority.
Figment 2, Creed Valley.
That one looked really cool. It's like a really cool puzzle game.
What is this? Let's Play Oink Games?
Oh,
No.
That was that board game game.
Board game.
Board game.
So yeah, they're gonna start off with like a handful of board games that you can play with, like like with your friends. So I think you can do online or like couch co-op, and then they're gonna add more games to that library as it goes on.
Nice.
Yeah.
What about Endling Extinction is Forever?
We're gonna cry so hard in that game.
That's just like a punch in the throat.
Oh my god, this reading the description just breaks your heart in half.
Yeah, it's gonna be bad.
As the last mother fox in this post-apocalyptic world, you have to fight to keep your 3 cubs alive, hunt animals, and teach your cubs new skills in hopes to get away from humans. It's like the mountain lions from South Park.
Dude, the mom's gonna die, man. That's
yeah. It's like the 3 mountain lion cubs trying to stop the birth of the Antichrist, and their mom dies. That's a good Christmas special to watch. Ollie World.
Yes.
Ollie.
That looks awesome.
What if skating but weird? Love it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, very weird, very weird, but it looks really cool.
River City Girls 2.
Yes.
Omori,
That one looks really cool.
Parkasaurus,
I don't remember that one.
Chicory.
Yeah, I don't remember Parkasaurus.
A color.
Chicory looks cool.
Chicory does, yeah.
Grime looked cool.
Baby Storm.
I don't remember that one.
Gerda, A Flame in Winter. Time Lie. Behind the Frame, The Finest Scenery. Don't Starve
I don't
Together.
know. They just showed those like really short clips of those. So I don't know.
Yeah, those weren't.
Yeah, they don't have like videos or descriptions on there, but to close out, I would like to ask everyone, what are your
Take
favorite?
their clothes off.
Yes, no. What is what's your favorite holiday movie? Like when you Christmas movie, whatever. Like it's that time of year. What is your favorite movie you like to watch? Because like my dad, every Christmas day we sit around and we just watch A Christmas Story like on repeat. Like that's just our jam. But my personal favorite is National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. So, and that's like I make time to watch that no matter what, like every year. So, do y'all have like a favorite Christmas movie or anything? Christmas show?
Jim Carrey's Grinch.
Yep, it's a good one.
Yes. OG. Home Alone 2. I love Home Alone 2.
You know, it may just be because the first one I watched was Home Alone 3. That was a different kid. It's not like Macaulay Culkin Home Alone. I really liked that one over the first two. But, like, if I was making a tier list, obviously, Home Alone 4 and 5 just automatically go to the bottom because they're terrible. But I think Home Alone 3, in my opinion, is better than 1 and 2, but 1's still better than 2. But no offense to 2. But because he's not home.
Yeah.
He's not home. He's in New York. He's not home. It's... but
yeah,
anyway.
I remember like
Touche.
I was like, I know we were being. I think Richard and I were both probably around the same age when those movies came out, and like those were the movies to see as a kid. So,
And you watch them over and over.
and yeah, like I remember just watching them just year round, just watch them all the time, just because they were just funny movies. So yeah, those movies are like just like embedded in my head. So
You're talking about
Those
Home
are-
Alone?
those are-
Home Alone?
Home Alone, the first two, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Richard, what do you like to watch around Christmas time?
Well, not to. I mean, this doesn't slight any other Christmas movie because each of them are. If we're talking about like some stupid throwaway holiday movie, my favorite is probably Jingle All the Way. I even have the Turbo Man like right over there that Funko made.
That's awesome.
But I mean, as far as like, there are a few movies that I only watch once every year that I think they're really special, and I set them aside. They're not something I just play on loop. I watch them once, and I have to go back to the black and white. I'm a huge Jimmy Stewart fan, so I always watch It's a Wonderful Life.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
The original Miracle on 34th Street, and then White Christmas with Ben Crosby and Danny Kaye.
Those are all really
Nice.
good movies.
Mm-hmm.
I usually don't like. I mean, obviously, like I said, Christmas Vacation is like my go-to. My girlfriend's favorite one's Elf, so we have to watch Elf, right? And it's just a classic movie. Like it's just,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
it's so good. I actually had forgotten how good the Santa Claus movies are with Tim Allen.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And
Oh, yeah.
one of them came on. I think it was the first one came on TV the other day, and we watched it. And then I remembered that Santa Claus 2 is absolutely garbage.
It's cringy.
It is
Yeah.
cringy. And then Santa Claus 3, I think, is okay. And I think there's a fourth one, but Tim Allen's no longer Santa Claus in it. They got someone else. It's like, no,
What?
Just stop. I think.
Hang
I
on.
could
I
be
feel
wrong.
an email coming on.
I could be wrong. I'm gonna look it up.
He said,
Okay, I'm wrong. There is not a fourth Santa Claus movie, but
Okay.
Okay, yeah.
but Disney.
And my blood pressure was getting up.
But as of November, as of November 29th of this year, there are rumors that it could be a Disney Plus movie that's coming soon. So
I'm looking at that on Tech Radar right now. Yep.
So that might be what finally gets me to get Disney Plus. But like the concept behind them is like so dumb. Like it's cool in the first movie. Here's this little business card Santa Claus keeps in his jacket, and like if you assume the role of Santa, here's your business card. And then like every movie they're like, oh, hold up, we got a new magnifying glass. Let's zoom in further. And it's like you zoom in and it's like the second one's like and like the text wraps around all the other words and it's like you must have a Mrs. Claus. And then like the next movie they zoom in into that text and it's like I can't remember what it says. Something about Jack Frost or something.
Yeah, because you would think that they would already know that, and they would let him know, like on the front side of it, instead of oh hey wait, you also got to do this. You got about 20 minutes, so
yeah, you've got 15 days to kidnap some woman and make her fall in love with you, so she can become Mrs. Claus.
Dude, that second one, oh man. I wonder, like, I don't think that would. I think that when it came out, nobody really noticed it. But with our frame of reference at looking at stuff like that now, dude, they would hammer that movie if it like came out this year.
Oh yeah,
yeah. Now, obviously, like all the those old stop motion, like the old Rudolph and Frosty the Snowman claymation, whatever. I can't remember what they're actually called. But I always get brought up around this time. What is the movie that's got the Heat Miser and Snow Miser in it? You know what I'm talking about? Like
the Year Without a Santa Claus.
That's what it is. Like I've never watched that all the way through, but obviously this is around that time of year where everyone starts doing like if you use TikTok, there's a lot of people that will do like they'll put the song on and then they'll paint half of their face like icy and the other half of their face like very fiery. It looks really cool, but like I always just get reminded that movie exists because of people doing those like makeup things with that. But any other standout Christmas movies or TV shows that y'all like to watch? I personally like to watch the Doctor Who Christmas specials every year, but I haven't done it this year because I'm a bad noodle.
You can't go wrong with the original Grinch and Charlie Brown.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I always wanted to also watch the new Grinch that came out that Illumination did. Well, I don't even know who they got to voice the Grinch in that, but I know it came out.
Benedict Cumberbatch.
Oh, perfect.
He actually did a pretty good job.
I could see that. Well,
and the movie has a lot of like classic Christmas songs. I was shocked. It was pretty good.
Is it like the same Grinch story? They actually do like a twist on it and make it different?
I mean, they change it up a little bit. I mean, it's kind of impossible to spoil it. In that particular film, he was just a kid in an orphanage that was never adopted. So he kind of grew to hate that, not necessarily Christmas, but that time of year because, seeing all the families and stuff like that.
I was truly disappointed by A Christmas Carol with Jim Carrey, because the previews hyped it up to be like a reimagining of the tale, and it was funny and stuff, and then it was word for word the exact same movie.
Yeah, well, that's the closest direct adaptation from the actual book I think that they've done.
Scrooged.
Yes.
Yeah, that was also a really good one.
As you get older and you watch that, maybe it's just me, but like you start to, Francis Cross is not the bad guy they try and make him out to be.
Right.
I mean, you guys all work in retail. I've worked in retail. What happens to him is just what happens to everybody working in the general public.
Mm-hmm.
Snap.
I was trying to see if there's any other ones that I've forgotten about. I know I'd say my least favorite Christmas movie is National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation 2 Eddie's Island Adventure. That's stupid. Don't watch that movie.
Wow, you watched it?
Enough of it.
See, there's something like that. I'll never watch that. Just like I won't watch A Christmas Story 2. Ralphie's Return or whatever.
Yeah, yeah.
God, that looks like hot garbage.
It's a play. It's not even a movie. It's a play.
Evidently, someone ran the Star Wars Christmas special through a bot to make it 4K. So if you really want to watch some hot garbage in 4K, there you go.
Wow.
I have a thing pulled up. Apparently, the Kurt Russell, The Christmas Chronicles on Netflix is pretty good. Never watched it.
The first one is. The second one's a little.
A lot of these are like movies I've never even heard of. Like A Perfect Holiday. Like I've never heard of that. Or The Perfect Holiday.
The Witcher Season 2 came out during the holidays, so
There
put
we
that
go.
on there. So
Also, I really don't like the Harry Potter movies are classified as Christmas movies. Just want to point that out because I saw Harry Potter.
Are
and
they?
Yeah, Harry Potter
I don't
and
know, I
Sorcerer's
think-
Stone's on this list. So
they exist in that weird sort of medium like Nightmare Before Christmas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think they're kind of like trans holiday.
Yeah. Like they have holiday scenes in them.
Yeah, but
Okay.
you could.
let's end on this one. Is Die Hard a Christmas movie?
No.
Absolutely.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Is,
No.
is it because it takes place on Christmas?
Well, no. I mean, it's got all the elements. I mean, you got a father trying to like spend Christmas with his family, and things
Which-
get in the way. And
Which of the Friday movies was on Christmas? Was it the third one?
The next.
Yeah.
There's a huge debate saying that that's not one either.
Yeah.
that's like Lethal Weapon. The first Lethal Weapon movie is a Christmas movie. Absolutely a Christmas movie.
I don't get it. Like, I just stay out of it because like I'm just like, okay, it's a movie that takes place on Christmas, but like
No, you got to have more elements than that.
yeah, like it's like, oh yeah, Harry Potter's a Christmas movie because Harry Potter gets the invisibility cloak on Christmas because of whatever.
See, there's not even Christmas songs in that movie. Die Hard's full of Christmas songs.
There's a movie that had Arnold Schwarzenegger in it.
Turbo
All the
Man.
way.
Yeah, Jingle All the Way.
Jiggle All the Way. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
That's a good one.
Hmm
that's I was talking. I got Turbo Man right over there.
Oh, no.
It's turbo time.
All right, guys. Well,
Hold on, hey, before we go,
Oh,
this is an article. This is an article from IGN. Okay, the title is and we depend on IGN. We do a lot of these. Is Die Hard a Christmas movie? You voted, and the verdict is in. A whopping 77.9% said yes, definitely.
okay.
So IGN has spoken.
The people have spoken.
Thank you.
People have spoken.
Thank you, Imagine Games Network, for that. Well, Richard, you look like you're about to. There's more to this article.
No, he's checking his list.
No. Well, yeah, there's that too.
Checking it twice.
Got a big night coming. They're just talking about like other Christmas movies that are in debate, like Batman Returns. That's not a Christmas movie. Gremlins.
Oh yeah.
Yes, I can see
Is
that.
is that debatable? Is Gremlins a Christmas movie?
Because wasn't he a Christmas gift?
He was a Christmas gift. It takes place during Christmas.
Hmm
And then Iron Man 3, no. Just no, that's not. And then Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone.
So just the first one, not all of them. So
Yeah, that's what on here.
So ABC Family lied when they go, "Oh yeah, we're having a Christmas holiday-a-thon," and they're playing all 8 Harry Potter movies back to back. Like, I like what part of spoilers for any Harry Potter movie? What's not that it really needs it because it's like 20 years old now. But like, what part of like Merry Christmas do you get out of Snape killing Dumbledore at the top of the astronomy tower? Like, where's the Christmas?
What?
lights?
That's the part where you take the tree down.
Like, yeah, we're cutting down the Christmas tree. Crashes a car into it. or whatever.
That was on Modern Family.
Was it?
Yeah. Jay and the kid who I can't remember. They're trying to cut a tree down. They can't get it, and then like they forgot to put the emergency brake on the car, and like it backs into it and knocks it over. And they're like, "Okay, well."
Oh man. All right. I think we're ready to wrap up. Give it the.
Yep.
All right. I'm gonna chase.
Or unwrap up.
Yeah. Chase gotta go to work.
Christmas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, not for a while though.
Oh. All I heard was everyone download Halo. What?
Get all your winter skins.
Yeah. Don't forget to get all your winter skins. Don't forget to go on the Epic Store and get your free games every day between now and Christmas. You already
Every
missed.
day.
You already missed out on some, like Second Extinction and Loop Hero.
Loop Hero.
Yes.
Loop Hero.
Was that the first game, or have there been games all month?
No, it started on the 16th.
Okay.
So yeah, the first game was Shinimei 3, then Neon Abyss, Remnant from the Ashes, Vanishing of Ethan Carter, Loop Hero, Second Extinction, and they're still. So we're about halfway through it. There's still another week of stuff. So they're giving away a game every day for free for 24 hours, and it starts around like 10 or 11 every day.
Yeah. And you don't even have to be on your PC. All you need is a free Epic account. You can do it on your phone. If you already have like an Xbox Live, PlayStation, Nintendo Switch account, or even a Gmail, you just make an account with them if you don't already have one. And then you can just go on your phone and just hit, I want this, and then you get it. And then whenever you finally get a PC or you get back home, you have the game. And it's like, man.
There you go. Build your library. You don't
Build
have
your
to have
backlog
your PC
early.
yet.
Yeah. Yeah, see, with my backlog, like I didn't include games on Steam or the Epic Store or, I mean,
Free to play.
yeah, free to play games or anything like I have on my pirated 3DS that whatever, but because I definitely didn't buy those games. Wasn't going to include that in the list. If I did, it's like add like 6 games to it, but still. All right, guys, that is going to be it for Christmas episode 2 of.
I do have a few things.
Okay.
Real quick.
Jason's got a plug.
Yeah, no, I don't have like a real plug, but there's a lot of like end of the year sales, right? Like pre-Christmas sales going on. Right now, there's 3 free months of Stadia Pro if you make a Lenovo account, which is also free. There's a GameFly sale going on right now. Their end of the year sale, and also GameStop is having a buy 5 or more games that are $20 or less, and you get 50% off your entire purchase.
Jesus.
So yeah, like I got, I think 8 games for like $60.
Nice.
Good lord.
So, which
Instant
I didn't.
backlog games.
Yeah, instant backlog games. So, but yeah, like those are really good deals right now. So I think they only do that sale once a year.
Good. Oh my god,
Imagine getting 5 copies of No Man's Sky.
it's a fur
Yes.
baby. Look at that little fur baby.
Oh.
Hi, fur baby. All right, Steven, you got a plug for this week?
I did start back on my music. So I've got a pretty good track out called Classy Raging on SoundCloud. Check that out. Yes, I know it still needs work. I've worked on it. I just need to re-upload it. And I've managed to link up with a few producers overseas that actually like my music.
Oh, wow.
So I'm going to be working with them doing samples and stuff like that. And I wanted to check with them and make sure that it was going to be okay for me to record my screen while we were doing it through Discord and stuff like that. And maybe I'll be able to put that out on YouTube, or maybe I could put it somewhere else. I'm not sure, but we'll see how that goes. And I'm hoping to mid-January, because I'm still learning the ins and outs, making my banners, learning about monetization and all that stuff on YouTube. I'm hoping by mid-January I'll have my first legit video on YouTube. So I'll be doing that. All types of stuff. It'll be a variety channel. Reaction, views, gameplay, try not to laugh challenges, stuff like that.
Those are
Nice.
the best. Those are the best.
Yeah.
Richard, anything to anything to plug this week?
No, I'm having Facebook difficulties until mid-January, so I'm kind of on hiatus for the Christmas holiday.
Somebody's
But-
being naughty.
Do watch Witcher season 2. I've been dropping hints all during the podcast, and need to get out there and you need to watch that. It starts slow. It's a lot of story, but it ends with a bang. Definitely. No, I said that wrong. It ends with
Oh, sorry. It's more like
a lot of It doesn't end with a lot of bang. It ends with a lot of whatever sound a dagger makes getting pushed into somebody's eyeball. Yeah, it's if you have kids, it's extremely graphic.
starts that slow. It starts that slow and ends with a. There you go.
No, I don't want to say it's horrifying. It really is.
My eyes.
They've compared it to the Red Wedding scene.
Oh.
Mm.
So
Sold.
I've never watched Game of Thrones, but I thought it was disturbing.
The Red Wedding was fucking rough. Anyway, Michael, go ahead. Any plugs? Oh, Michael's muted.
No, I'm
again.
kidding. Really nothing going on with me this week. I actually have started to have some members though give me noodly gifts, so
Oh.
that's actually kind of cool.
Oh,
But I guess really just maybe not the views of everybody, but like wear your mask still, get your flu shot because we're actually starting to see more cases of the flu pop up. Last year in the pharmacy, we actually had to return like dozens of Tamiflu because they expired, and now we're running out. So, yeah, stay safe, everybody.
I would like to make a special shout, not related to the flu thing, but to the unsolicited nudes. Make a shout out to Ty because he bought ramen the other day and put it in the microwave without putting water in it, and he made the entire break room smell like
is that what that was?
death.
Oh
Yes.
my
What?
God. That is hilarious.
How old is he?
He has a child.
He's gonna make me do something terrible when he finally hears this. He listens to the show on Spotify, but he's like several episodes behind. So like, come like mid-February, I'm gonna get like pulled to OGP or something on his behalf for that. So,
Wow. I don't know. It's like, what did he think was going to happen?
I think he just forgot.
Yeah. Just
When you
for,
microwave them dry, it unlocks the moisture from within.
Chase, anything else to plug this week?
No, that was it. Yeah.
All right. Thanks for joining us for our second holiday episode. We'll be back next week with a regular episode, and then I haven't decided how the week after that's going to go because that's the week of my birthday, and I might be out of town. So we'll see how that goes. But in the meantime, have a Merry Christmas, have Happy Holidays, all the jazz that goes along with that. We'll see you next time.
Bye. Merry Christmas, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa.
Yeah.
Reindeer noises.